This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Ray Collins. 6 o'clock on this Friday morning. Our top story, after it appeared the health care vote didn't have enough votes yesterday, it was put off, and they might vote instead today on Capitol Hill. The
president is now threatening to leave Obamacare in place and move on to other issues if today's vote fails. ABC's Janae Norman joins us live from Washington with more.
This is all about the repeal and replacement of Obamacare. We'll find out if today the GOP has the votes. Janae, take it away.
Good morning. A word from the administration is that President Trump is done negotiating and wants lawmakers here to cast their votes, saying either the health care bill passes or they move on. It's round two on Capitol Hill as Republicans prepare for a high-stakes gamble on health care. The president, who promised to get deals done, has failed so far to make a deal.
Rookie's error, Donald Trump. You may be a great negotiator. Rookie's error for bringing this up on a day when clearly you're not ready.
The stunning blow left Republicans fighting to round up support. Late Thursday, the president and vice president personally negotiated changes to the health care bill that split the Republican Party.
I will proudly vote no if the bill continues to be, as it is, bad for America.
Conservatives are demanding revisions to lower premiums, and they want to scrap requirements that insurance plans cover basic health services like maternity care, drug and mental health treatment, wellness checkups, and even ambulance services.
I am still a no at this time. I'm desperately trying to get to yes, and I think the president knows that.
But those changes are too drastic for moderate Republicans who support the bill desperately needs. They need 216 votes to pass the bill. One Republican congressman on MSNBC explained why the math isn't adding up in their favor.
In my district, right now, there's a lot of misunderstanding about what it is we're doing. And once we get it done, and then we can have the chance to really explain it.
The outcome of today's vote hangs in the balance, but the White House is confident, saying the president will pull out the last-minute win like he did in November. And it's at the president's urging that lawmakers here will make that risky bet today, voting on the bill, but unsure whether it will pass or fail. And it could be seen as a negotiation strategy. President Trump gambling that the possibility of failing to repeal Obamacare will force lawmakers to vote yes. Live from Capitol Hill, Janae Norman, ABC News. Now back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Janae.
Let's check the weekend forecast. Here's meteorologist John Scalzi. Good morning, John.
Good morning. Well, it's good. If you step out the door this morning, you'll notice that there's a little less humidity in the air. We don't have the rainfall chance that we had yesterday. Is it possible that we get an isolated shower in well inland areas? It's possible. The chances are very, very low, though. So low, I don't even include them in the forecast. We are looking at quiet conditions right now on radar, as opposed to yesterday when there were numerous showers across the state of Florida, particularly to the north of us. Current air temperatures about the same as they were yesterday, despite the fact that we've had a cold front move through. But it's the dew point values, the humidity in the air, which is so much lower and more comfortable. And that will be true throughout the afternoon as we reach a daytime high near the 80-degree mark. Complete weekend forecast coming up in just a few.
All right, taking a look at your Suncoast roadways this morning. Traffic picking up throughout Manatee County, throughout downtown Bradenton, as well as on State Road 70, also towards Cortez and 41 as we head into Sarasota County. Traffic picking up on your morning commute towards Bee Ridge Road towards 41. We do have a live look from US 41 northbound area at Indian Beach. There is some repair work at that water main break. The water main break itself happened at 41 and 31st Street, excuse me, but that road is closed in both directions because of that break up to Myrtle Street all the way to MLK. So you will be detoured if you are going through this area. So keep an eye out, choose an alternate route if you are heading out the door this morning and typically go through that area. Taking a look back at the maps, not a whole lot going on in South County, pretty quiet on this Friday morning.
All right, topping our local news now, 3 Sarasota County middle school students are facing charges after a gun was found on their school bus.
That discovery was made after another student on the bus reported to the driver that several students had a gun after the bus left Booker Middle School yesterday afternoon. A .38 caliber revolver was discovered and the driver called police. 3 male students between the ages of 13 and 14 are charged with possession of a firearm on school property. More charges are expected to come, but the families were notified about the incident and luckily no injuries were reported.
Once again, US 41 is still closed this morning in northern Sarasota after a water main broke and flooded the roadway. It all began at 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon at US 41 and 32nd Street between Dr. MLK Way and Myrtle Street. Detours were set up, causing major traffic jams on all the streets nearby. People who work or live nearby were put out.
I was standing right here holding the sign up, and then that's when I heard the boom, and I seen all the water gushing out.
It's a mess. It's a big mess, and it's kind of scary.
The break is being blamed on the age of the water main. City officials say water has since been restored to businesses and homes affected. But again, US 41 is closed now in both directions. It may open sometime this afternoon.
A newly opened restaurant in Bradenton is now in need of some repair work after a fire outside the building. Firefighters say that fire broke out behind the Mission Barbecue restaurant. An employee going into work saw the flames and notified managers. Everyone was able to get out safely while smoke and flames damaged the outside of the building. The inside was not affected. The cause of that fire is under investigation, but that restaurant has only been open for less than 2 weeks. Investigators also working to determine what sparked a fire that damaged an apartment building, displacing about 20 people in Bradenton this week. It happened at Harbor Point Apartments on Cortez Road at 71st Street. It began in the stairwell, then spread to the attic of a 16-unit building. No one was seriously hurt, but the building suffered heavy fire damage to 1 unit and water and smoke damage to 7 others. The Red Cross being brought in to help.
I don't even remember most of it, but it was just your adrenaline kicks in and it takes over.
We're very grateful that we were there as a Red Cross, assisting them at one of their lowest points in their lives.
Investigators still have yet to determine what may have caused that fire.
A new warning for Manatee County homeowners. Many property owners are receiving letters from make-believe companies offering to sell them a copy of their deed and property assessment profile. They're being offered for $50 to $100 per deed. Well, you don't need to pay for a copy of the deed. It's public record, and they are preserved by the Manatee County Clerk of Circuit Court and County Comptroller's Office, so do not fall for that scam. A Northport man is accused of exploiting an elderly woman and stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from her bank account. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office says the victim's son told them about several withdrawals that have been made out of his mother's account. The victim couldn't explain the charges. She had previously been diagnosed with dementia. Detectives found more than $400,000 had been withdrawn from her account and deposited in this man's account. Robert Atwater began back in 2015. Atwater was charged with exploitation of the elderly and also scheming to defraud. Manatee Chamber hosting lunch with the sheriff today. Sheriff Rick Wells can answer questions. The lunch is at the Courtyard Marriott in Bradenton. Reservations there are required.
And Governor Rick Scott will be back on the Suncoast today to discuss February job numbers in Bradenton. He'll be making the announcement at the Florida headquarters of Bell's on 13th Avenue East. That announcement is expected at 10 o'clock this morning. Governor Scott was in Sarasota just last week to gain support for Visit Florida and Enterprise Florida, which are at risk of being cut by Florida lawmakers. He was also in Longboat Key overnight for a fundraiser. And the Florida legislature moving ahead with a fix to the state's vote-by-mail ballot law. The Florida House is passing a bill that requires county elections offices to notify voters if the signatures on their ballot and voter registration forms don't match. Voters would then be given a chance to fix the problem before the election. But current law does not require voters to be notified. The Florida Democratic Party challenged the law last year in federal court.
Well, if you're going on a bike ride this weekend, as we probably are, you don't have you have support now in parts of Sarasota County. 3 new stations are along the Legacy Trail. One is at the North Sarasota Library, one at Benderson Park. Bicyclists can use them to fill their tires or fix a flat and adjust their brakes. The repair stations come as a part of a county workers project to get the public more active in the community.
We want people to ride safely, and we want to encourage people to get out on the roads and get out of their cars and be more active and enjoy our parks and our beautiful weather. So we just installed these this week, and we've already had people using them and giving us great feedback. Some people have adjusted their handlebars, their brakes, so it's just a way to promote bicycling in Sarasota County.
And 6 more repair stations are expected in the coming months. My wife and I are big bikers now, just got bikes last year. And one time we're coming back from Anna Maria Island south on Longboat Key, and she got a flat tire.
Oh my.
what do you do?
Right.
So this will help if there was a station there. We ended up getting on a scat bus and took the bus back to downtown Sarasota.
Yeah.
We put the bikes on front of the bus and got on the bus.
So do you carry like patch kits and everything around now?
We're going to start doing that now. We haven't yet.
Well, now you might not need to. There might be some help for you.
If there's one of those places nearby, which
right.
is a needle in a haystack in a way.
Well, it would be nice if they build some more of them. That'll be great
They're
for
going
bikers.
to.
A lot of big biking community here.
It really is.
Sarasota.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. We have some beautiful weather for biking over the weekend, I think. A low relative humidity will make it feel pretty comfortable to be outside and exercising. We'll talk all about that coming up in a few.
Well, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, an update on a story we reported to you a few months ago as a man rescued from a burning car, now getting the chance to thank those who saved his life. We'll have that reunion after the break.
The human spirit's capacity to defy the odds, to push the envelope, is boundless.
ABC 7 News at 7 weeknights.
Attention small business owners. Penn Funding announces the easiest and fastest business funding program, the Platinum Business Account.
We needed cash fast. Business is good, but this is an emergency. We needed some new equipment, and the banks wouldn't help us.
At Penn Funding, we like to say, yes, you're approved. With your Platinum Business Account, you could qualify for up to $50,000 or more. This amazing new business account funding program is so effective, you could have the cash you need in just days.
I called, spoke with an agent who pre-qualified us, and connected me.
Call now for your Platinum Business Account. If you've been in business for at least 6 months, you could qualify for up to $50,000 or more in just days.
I called Penn Funding and had my money fast.
Need cash for your business? Call Penn Funding now.
Call 800-658-3433. 800-658-3433.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
The human spirit's capacity to defy the odds, to push the envelope, is boundless.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC 7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So our current air temperature is coming in at a fairly nice 61 degrees. I think that's pretty comfortable, but the dew point value makes it feel even more so, and that's 58 degrees, dropping as we speak. That dew point value, an indication of how much moisture there is in the air, how much humidity it feels like there is in the air, the comfort value level of the air, and as we head into the weekend, it's going to be great. Last couple of days have been kind of humid. I think a lot of people would say that, but then That front came through yesterday. The winds have shifted. Drier air is filtering southward, and we're looking at that dew point falling. Northeast wind right now coming in at about 5. Beautiful skies out there currently. Temperatures around the region fairly uniform compared to the last several days when we've had an onshore wind flow that kept coastal temperatures a good 6-7 degrees warmer than inland temperatures. Not necessarily the case now. 61 Sarasota, 62 in Mayaca, 63 in Northport, 64 in Venice and Inglewood, 62 in Bradenton, 62 Parrish. In inland areas of Wauchula and Arcadia, you've got 62s and 3s. Longboat Key coming in a little bit warmer, coming in now at about 65. So the drought index, I'm going to reiterate once again, is showing some parts of Florida now in the severe drought categorization by the U.S. Drought Monitor. An indication that we sure could use more rainfall. And yes, we got some around yesterday, but even with that, we are still 2.5 inches below our monthly average right here on the Suncoast. So as we head into the weekend, be particularly careful. Even though we don't have any red flags flying for high fire danger, wildfire spread is still a concern. We have across the middle part of the country another area of low pressure developing. Here you can see the swirl in the cloud pattern, a good comma-shaped indication of a developing low pressure area. It's actually going to be a fairly strong one, I think, and will extend all the way, meander up into the Great Lakes, producing snow showers there. We don't have anything like that to worry about this weekend. We have a lot of blue sky out there in store for us. Maybe a few fair weather clouds coming at us from the other coast. There's still some shower possibility over there as the strong onshore flow creates a rip current issue for their waters, as well as an occasional scattered shower. A couple of the clouds working their way in this direction may bring us, kind of a mix of sun and clouds at times today. But on balance, we are looking at mostly sunny conditions. This water vapor imagery, the tan colorization, an indication of dry air at mid and upper levels. And with that kind of a picture, you don't get rainfall. You get a lot of blue sky, and that's what we will see right straight through probably the next 7 days. There's our developing area of low pressure, a little bit of snow shower activity at higher elevations, meandering back through the open plains with the potential of some severe weather, then wrapping back up another area of low pressure, moving up toward the northern and central Great Lakes, producing there snow showers, lake effect snows, some freezing rain in Pittsburgh and upstate New York, and rain showers as you move further south into West Virginia and Virginia. If you're traveling to those locations, could be some airport delays. Threat of severe weather exists today in parts of the country, but certainly nothing for us, not even a rain shower, most likely in most sections of west central Florida. We watch this wind coming in out of the northeast again today under a ridge of high pressure. It's starting to decrease in intensity a bit. So our exercise caution statements for local area waters and our offshore small craft advisories have been allowed to expire. Now, later today, as that high-pressure ridge drops southward and a frontal boundary back to the west stalls out, we may tighten up that pressure gradient a little and get a bit of a surge in our easterly winds. That may allow for maybe an exercise caution statement for our area waters to be issued briefly during the afternoon period. It'll expire again tomorrow, and I think the rest of the weekend looks like it'll be fairly nice boating weather with daytime highs near the 80-degree mark, a lot of sunshine, and lower relative humidity. Back to you.
Very nice stretch, John. Thank you very much. Let's check the roads right now. We'll first off start with the pretty quiet map right now in Manatee County, but we want to spend some time taking a look at a live picture right now at a big traffic concern that might affect a lot of you right now. This is a live shot of US 41. It is shut down, folks, between MLK and Myrtle Street, shut down due to a water main break right there. Traffic is detoured onto Old Bradenton Road. If you can take 301 today, do it. Right now it is shut down in both directions. They say it might open later on today, but this will severely impact the morning commute. US 41, of course, one of the biggest north-south corridors on the Suncoast. Back to the maps now. You see a little slowdown. Also, there's the 41 situation there. You see that in the map right there as well. That's confirmed. And otherwise, nothing too much in mid-Sarasota County. And then South County, so far so good. 6:20 on this Friday morning.
An update this morning on a story we reported to you a few months ago involving a man rescued from a burning car in California. Take a look at this. Victor Garcia's car was hit head-on by a car trying to get by slower traffic on the highway back in November. That impact caused the car that hit Garcia to burst into flames, with Garcia's car trapped underneath. State troopers then responding to the scene used their patrol car to push Garcia's car out of the way and away from those flames. The troopers then pulled him to safety. He just met his rescuers for the first time to say thank you.
I was just doing my job, whatever it took to get him to safety.
I'm really pleased to see he's doing a lot better. Amazing recovery.
Well, Garcia is still recovering from that accident. Doctors say he will need about 6 more surgeries before he can get back to normal. And over in Miami, firefighters came to the rescue of a man who got stuck dangling from a high-rise. Look at that scary situation there. He was doing work on the outside of the 12th floor when the scaffolding collapsed. First responders say they had to establish communication first to make sure he was alert. Once they determined he was conscious, they then began the rescue. They kept him as calm as crews could as they rappelled down the side of the building to reach him and then bring him to safety.
His condition was stable. He did have some numbness to his legs, but we did transport him to the hospital just for precautionary reasons to make sure. He was over 50 years old, and we just wanted to make sure, since he was up there for so long, that he was taken care of.
Wow, certainly a scary situation there. Officials say the man's safety harness actually is what ended up saving his life for obvious reasons. Because of that harness, he was able to stay up there and not fall.
Close call.
Also, a man in New Jersey being honored for stepping in when he saw 2 teens fighting on a street. It was all captured on Facebook Live.
Yeah, the video shows Allie Miller stepping out of his car to intervene just as the fight begins. After the video went viral, it caught the attention of the Atlantic City Council, who honored Miller at their meeting, and they also brought the boys in as well.
A couple days ago, I was thinking, oh, it's cool to fight in front of my friends. Oh, I need this fame, but it really doesn't mean nothing at all. So I want to say thank you again.
They don't need basketballs. They don't need dances. You know, they don't need programs to teach them how to do a backflip. You know, they need character building.
Amen. Miller says he hopes others will realize this as well and realize the power of words. That's a dangerous thing sometimes. I was walking in Fort Lauderdale years ago with my brother-in-law and sister, and we saw a fight break out.
Right.
And my brother-in-law ran across to try to break it up. Hats off to him, but sometimes you don't know if the people are going to be armed.
Right, but you know, good for him. Look, he just straight up walked over there and was like, hey, let me tell you something. Get it straight. You know, good for them. And obviously those kids received some good knowledge from it. They straight up said it.
Yeah, a nice peaceful ending in that case. 6:23 right now, and still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
A growing concern in our nation's capital as police look for clues to find dozens of missing girls, including 8 who have gone missing in the past 3 days. We'll have that story after the break.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the blingiest of them all? You are, with Spectralite diamonds, all gorgeous and affordable. Only found at Creative Gems, where you always get big bling for little ching.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small,
I mean really moves me.
One.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder. High performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
You can do something about a crime, any crime, and you can receive a reward of up to $3,000 cash. Call Crime Stoppers with information about criminal activity, unsolved crimes, drug dealers, fugitive criminals, stolen property, illegal weapons. Call 366-TIPS. You will remain anonymous. Visit SarasotaCrimeStoppers.com. Download the Crime Stoppers P3 mobile app from the Apple iTunes Store or Google Play. Call Crime Stoppers 366-TIPS. Paid for by the Attorney General's Office, Crime Stoppers Trust Fund.
Every now and then, factories authorize us to give deep discounts on furniture. And that time is now during the Flex Steel Factory Authorized Sale at Bacon's Furniture and Design. Shop the Flex Steel styles you love like Brandon, Dillon, Crosstown, Fleet Street Sectionals, and more. All at the guaranteed lowest authorized prices. Experience the beauty, the functionality, the quality for years to come with a lifetime warranty on Flex Steel's patented spring construction. The Flex Steel Factory Authorized Sale going on now only at Bacon's Furniture and Design.
Hey, Tampa Bay, join us for the premiere of a new St. Petersburg tradition, the St. Petersburg Seafood and Music Festival, happening Saturday and Sunday, March 25th and 26th from 10 to 8 p.m. at Northstrop Park. Savor mouth-watering Florida Gulf Coast seafood dishes by top restaurants and chefs while you enjoy great live music from some of Florida's top musical groups. So grab your family and friends for the St. Petersburg Seafood and Music Festival, March 25th and 26th. For more information, visit seafoodfestivals.com.
Don't hate me because I'm blingable. Get your bling on with affordable Spectralite diamonds exclusively at Creative Gems in Gold and Silver, where you always get big bling for little ching.
Welcome back. 6:26 on this Friday. There's a desperate search underway in Washington, D.C. for nearly a dozen missing Black and Latina girls. Authorities don't believe the cases are related, but they are trying to raise awareness of a larger problem.
ABC's Lindsay Davis has more on this story.
In this morning's GMA First Look, alarming posts are catching the attention of social media users across the country. Nearly a dozen Black teenage girls reported missing over the course of just days.
Can't go nowhere by ourselves. We can't do nothing because we have to keep worrying about somebody trying to take us.
Those teens are among 38 people in total now listed as missing on DC's Metropolitan Police site, many of them young Black or Latino teenage girls. Hundreds of concerned citizens packed an emotional town hall meeting Wednesday night, worried that all these vanished teens represent a disturbing spike in crime.
There is no evidence that there's an uptick in missing person. It's just the exposure to the media has been increased.
And coming up at 7 a.m., legal analyst Sonny Hostin and former FBI Special Agent Brad Garrett weigh in live. With your GMA First Look, I'm Lindsay Davis, ABC News, Washington.
Wish your skin could bounce back like it used to? Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel. With hyaluronic acid, it plumps skin cells with intense hydration and locks it in for supple, hydrated skin. Hydro Boost from Neutrogena.
Introducing new Parodontax, the toothpaste that helps prevent bleeding gums. If you spit blood when you brush or floss, you may have gum problems and could be on the journey to much worse. Help stop the journey of gum disease. Try new Parodontax toothpaste. It's clinically proven to remove plaque, the main cause of bleeding gums, for healthy gums and strong teeth. Leave bleeding gums behind. New Parodontax toothpaste.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPV.
It's the season of savings right now during the spring clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or stop by today and drive away in a 2017 Jeep Cherokee for just $18,999. And for a limited time, get America's best value, a new Dodge Journey for as little as $16,599. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Are you paying too much for your cable or satellite TV? The U.S. government passed a bill mandating free over-the-air digital transmission of all broadcast network television channels. That means with the new TV Freeway digital antenna, you can get free HD programming from your favorite broadcast networks 24/7 without a bill. You just plug it into the back of your TV and start watching all of your favorite broadcast programs for free. There are no contracts to sign, no hidden fees, and no monthly fees. Just free HD broadcast TV. Take it with you anywhere. Call or go online now to get your TV Freeway stick for the incredibly low price of only $14.99. But wait, call or click now and you can get a second TV Freeway stick for a second TV. Just pay a separate fee, but you have to order right now.
Call 1-800-809-5196 to get your TV Freeway. Call now or go to tvfreeway.com. So call 1-800-809-5196. This offer's not in any store. Call now.
With a top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world. $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
This half hour on Good Morning Suncoast, new details on the deadly attack in London. As the death toll continues to rise, police now have more information about a suspect.
Plus, over 100 residents returning home after a wildfire breaks out in Nassau County. We'll show you what's to blame.
And getting alcohol without going to the liquor store? What new legislation is making its way through the state Senate?
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this Friday. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Ray Collins. A major traffic concern on US 41. More on that next. But first, let's get that weekend forecast from meteorologist John Scalzi.
No worries all in this department, I'll tell you what. It looks absolutely fantastic this weekend. I think you'll enjoy the lower relative humidity brought on by the frontal boundary, which moved through yesterday and brought us a little bit of rainfall. No rain in today's forecast. The Titan radar showing not an echo anywhere in sight. Temperatures generally about where they were yesterday. Yes, that's true. The cold front didn't bring any colder air, but it did bring some drier air, and that will be felt throughout the day today with lower relative humidities in the afternoon, making it feel pretty comfortable, I think. Daytime highs will top out about where they did yesterday, near the 80-degree mark, and weekend just looks better. We'll talk about that coming up in a few.
All right, taking a look at your morning commute this Friday. Looks like traffic picking up throughout Manatee County. No accidents to report. State Road 70 seeing an increase as well as downtown Bradenton. I-75 looking good as you head into Sarasota County. Towards that direction, you'll see some buildup towards 41. As you can see, there is some notification there. If that would come up on our maps, it says that there is a water main break. That road is blocked between Highland Street and Dr. MLK Way. We've been telling you about that all morning. It's US 41, both north and southbound area. Lanes are closed. We do have a live look from that area at Indian Beach. It is closed because of a water main break that happened yesterday. 41 shut down from MLK Boulevard to Myrtle Street. The repair at that water main break is still going on this morning. Alternate routes include taking 301, Old Bradenton Road. You're going to want to take those alternate routes throughout the morning commute as detours are being proposed. Taking a look back at the maps, let's head into South County. A little bit of pickup towards South Venice, but I-75 looking good as you head out through that area.
Topping our news this half hour, we're learning more now about that shocking attack on Wednesday in central London.
A fifth victim has died overnight as police identify the suspect. Andy Rose has more.
Moments of silence were held Thursday, one day after a terror attack in London that left 4 people dead and dozens more injured.
The world is uniting to defeat the people who launched this attack and to defeat their bankrupt and odious ideology.
48-year-old police officer Keith Palmer was hailed as a hero after he was stabbed and killed trying to stop the attacker.
He was a strong, professional public servant. And it was a delight to meet him here again, only a few months after being elected.
Kurt Cochran and his wife Melissa were visiting from Utah, celebrating their 25th wedding anniversary. They were hit by the attacker's car on Westminster Bridge. Melissa suffered broken bones. Kurt did not survive. British national Aisha Frade, a 43-year-old teacher, lived in London with her husband. And the fourth victim, a 75-year-old man, was taken off life support late Thursday. Police say 52-year-old Khalid Massoud acted alone when he mowed over pedestrians on the bridge before crashing his SUV into a gate outside the Houses of Parliament. Massoud then jumped from his vehicle, ran and stabbed Palmer before being shot and killed by police.
London is the safest global city in the world and one of the safest cities in the world is because there were literally tens and thousands of Keith Palmers keeping our city safe.
I'm Andy Rose reporting.
A 19-year-old Jewish man is in custody for a string of bomb threats against Jewish centers across the country. Israeli police arrested an Israeli Jewish man as the primary suspect in a wave of anonymous bomb threats. Since the start of the year, more than 150 bomb threats have been called in, forcing evacuations at Jewish community centers and daycares in 36 states and Canada as well. The suspect has dual citizenship and at one time lived in this country.
We managed to get to that suspect after having concrete intelligence from different security agencies around the world.
We don't know for sure that he's responsible for all the calls that were made and all the emails that we sent.
Israeli officials have not released the suspect's name. His father was also arrested in this case. Here in Florida, the House is passing a bill that'll give those injured by acts of terrorism the right to sue for damages. Under current law, only specific criminal acts fall under the legal umbrella allowing lawsuits. Many acts of terrorism are not included. An identical bill in the Senate has been advanced to the last committee before heading to the full floor. Evacuations are now over near Jacksonville after a major wildfire earlier this week.
Crews battled a nearly 700-acre fire that destroyed 2 homes and damaged 8 others. Those flames also burned 19 barns, sheds, and other structures. Owners who suffered property damage were notified on Thursday.
Literally burned 8 feet from my trailer, Gulf of Fire. I mean, just a blaze. And how it didn't hit my house, I don't know. I guess God's looking out after me, huh?
Certainly a scary situation there. That fire was started by someone who was burning books. While crews are still trying to put that fire out, they say it has stopped spreading. And you soon may not need to worry about being caught on red light cameras soon.
The Florida House is voting in favor of a bill that would ban the use of red light cameras. That could start in about 3 years. The legislation now heads to the Senate, where similar plans have been rejected in the past. Camera supporters say the cameras save lives. Opponents say they're intrusive and they're a money grab by local governments.
Another bill making its way through the state legislature would make it unnecessary to head to a liquor store for your alcohol. The Florida Senate is approving a bill that will allow grocery stores, retailers, and other stores to be selling liquor. Currently, liquor must be sold in a separate store. The measure must be approved by the House, where an identical bill is already ready for a vote. If signed into law, it would be phased in over a 5-year period. In consumer news this morning, an update on the AT&T outage that kept customers from being able to reach 911 earlier this month.
An investigation by the Federal Communications Commission shows the outage affected 12,000 people for 5 hours. A network change is being blamed for the problem. A backup call center that attempted to manually connect calls couldn't handle that intense volume. Uber looking to make it easier for families to keep up with their busy schedules. The company is testing out Uber Teen. That's right, users can create a family profile and use the app to get teenagers to go where they need to go. The app will alert parents whenever their child hails a ride and will track their movements along the route. The company says teens who use Uber Teen will only be assigned experienced drivers who have received consistently high radiance.
You know whose opinion I would love to get on this story?
Who?
Stephanie Roberts and her teens. She always talks about what they're doing and everything like
Yeah.
that. She always has a busy schedule, so
Yeah.
I'm interested to see if that would be useful at all.
Yeah, that's not like a bad idea, you know. You just kind of worry a little bit about,
Right.
you know, the quality of the ride, but
Right.
you know, not a
Well,
bad idea if you get
interesting.
stuck in a jam, you know.
Right.
Yeah, parents are able to track teens these days. I'm glad it didn't happen 30 years ago.
They
Who
had
knows
their,
what you two would have been up to?
they had their ways 30 years ago too.
Yeah, that's true.
We have some pleasant weather for you over the weekend. We'll talk about that coming up in just a few.
I love big bling for little Ching. That's why I only wear Spectralite diamonds from Created Gems, or I wear nothing at all.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions Now.
Call 800-303-9048. 800-303-9048.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
I like all the money I save with Ace Rewards.
And what's not to like? On any day, Byron can find instant savings throughout the store, plus exclusive deals and points that'll all add up.
Ace is the place that rewards you in a million ways. That's hyperbole, but still, it's a lot.
Thank you. We'll see you next time.
Don't miss these February Red Hot Buys. 6 convenient Sarasota locations are now open in Bradenton, Northport, and soon Osprey.
Car experts and customers agree there's a whole lot to love about a new Subaru. Subaru offers more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And Subaru had the best resale value of all brands for 2016. Now you can lease a new Subaru Forester for just $209 a month or get 0% financing during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the blingiest of them all? You are, with Spectralite diamonds, all gorgeous and affordable. Only found at Created Gems, where you always get big bling for little Ching.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Air temperature is about where it was yesterday at 61 degrees, but the dew point value has fallen, so it feels more comfortable. And I think in some locations, especially inland, the temperature as well has fallen just a little bit. And the further north you go, the more comfortable it becomes as well as temperatures fall into the 50s. Lots of starlight followed by blue sky as we head into the next a little time frame. We'll start to see the dawn break here on the Suncoast, and things are going to be just absolutely beautiful weather-wise. No rain across the region. Morning commute is dry as a bone. Looking at temperatures that are generally inland about the same as they are along the coastline because of an easterly wind flow, kind of stirring things up, coming at us from uniform temperature structure inland as well. So 62 degrees in Sebring, 62 in Wauchula, 62 in Parrish. 62 Lakewood Ranch, 61 Sarasota. You get the picture. Right along the immediate coast, maybe you catch a couple of 64s and 5s, but that's about it. Winds, generally speaking, coming in out of the northeast to east at about 5 to 10. Winds have subsided just a little bit over the last 24 hours, and that has allowed for our coastal exercise caution statements and small craft advisories in offshore waters to be allowed to expire. So better day for boating, I think. Also, those offshore winds aiding once again in the red tide situation. There will be a complete outlook or a complete report posted today by the government agencies of the state determining just how much red tide concentrations are in the water. But our Mote Marine spotters out at our area beaches have indicated that there are no irritants in the air. So that's good news, and with an offshore wind flow, that should continue to be the case. If you want to get out there and recreate this weekend at our beautiful beaches, I don't see much of a problem here, it looks like. Back to the west, an area of low pressure developing. That is a potential location for severe weather today, but here locally, I think just maybe a few fair weather clouds. We'll look at mostly sunny conditions through the weekend. A little mix of sun, clouds, and rain showers and snow showers all through parts of the mid-Atlantic on up into the northeast. The snow showers in down east Maine, followed by a trail of rain showers through the central plains that could lead to severe weather, as I mentioned. That's the most likely location. For us, high pressure continues to build, winds shift east. Get a few scattered showers over on the other coast, and with that onshore flow, if you're traveling to the Atlantic coast, and you're intending to get into those Atlantic waters, keep an eye on the lifeguard flags because they could be flying for dangerous waters due to rip currents. High pressure for us, though, spells beautiful weather through the weekend with just a few afternoon showers along the other coastline. Breezy winds build later tonight, probably for a brief period of time. So you may see an exercise caution statement again briefly before things start to wind down again for tomorrow. East wind at about 5 to 10. There's that little increase in the wind speeds, east at about 15 tonight. But still, we're looking at a moderate chop on bay and inland waters. We'll look at beautiful boating weather over the weekend, I think, with daytime highs near the 80 mark and lots of sunshine. Back to you.
All right, very good. Thank you, John. Let's check the roads right now. First off, the good news is relatively quiet in Manatee County. A little buildup right now in the southbound lane from Palmetto across the bridge. But the big news right now is the situation at US 41 in North Sarasota around Myrtle and Martin Luther King. We're going to show you a live picture right now. There's been a water main break there yesterday afternoon, and traffic is shut down in both directions on US 41 in North Sarasota County. You want to take US 301 if you're needing to go north-south along that corridor. Traffic is being diverted to Old Bradenton Road. Looks a little windy out there too right now. That might be solved later on today. They say southbound lanes would be opened first, but at this point, neither one is happening. So that's a major issue right now. 41 shut down in both directions in northern Sarasota County. Back to the maps now in southern Sarasota County. No slowdowns right now at 6:48 on your Friday morning. In health news, from driving to going upstairs, all daily acts of independence.
The American Heart Association releasing a new statement telling doctors to focus on functional ability when assessing heart health. Doctors say as you get older, things like strength, balance, and mobility offer a better picture of your health than traditional medical tests. These help elderly avoid problems such as falls, disability, or hospitalization. The key is to repeating tests and making sure elderly relatives get routinely monitored so doctors know how their health is changing over time.
Another nice honor for Doctors Hospital of Sarasota. A group called the Becker's Hospital Review named it as one of the 150 great places to work in healthcare. The hospital was acknowledged for offering stress breaks. I like that.
We might need some of those.
Yeah. Where do I sign up? Tuition reimbursement and employee advancement. This is the 7th consecutive year Doctors Hospital has made this prestigious list. Entertainment news now. Sports world, 4 teams have punched their ticket to the final 8.
The big upset coming between Xavier and Arizona, with Xavier defeating the number 2 seed, winning 73-71. Close game there. Kansas, Gonzaga, and Oregon will also be advancing to the Elite 8. 3 of the 4 games were decided by 3 points or fewer. Now today's big matchups consist of number 1 seed North Carolina against Butler. Go Heels. Florida will play Wisconsin. Good luck to them. Kentucky will play UCLA. Baylor up against the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Big news for Star Wars fans. Disney announced we can expect at least 15 years of films after the new trilogy is finished. This December's Episode 8, The Last Jedi, will feature scenes with the late Carrie Fisher reprising her role as Princess Leia. Episode 9 is expected to be released in 2019 with several spin-off movies already in the works. A license to print money.
Just when you thought they were going to go, they're still sticking around.
Yep.
Well, a good luck tweet from Christy Yamaguchi to former Olympic figure skating teammate Nancy Kerrigan, still facing some online backlash. Take a look at this. Kerrigan, contestant on Dancing with the Stars, which premiered on ABC this week, obviously. Yamaguchi tweeted to Kerrigan to say she can't wait to see her on the ballroom floor before adding, quote, break a leg. You may recall, unfortunately, Kerrigan was hit in the leg with a crowbar ahead of the 1994 Winter Olympics, so somewhat of a blow there. Yamaguchi's spokeswoman ensures that Christy loves Nancy and that no ill will was intended.
Well, yeah.
Sticky situation, that one.
Almost everyone has a cell phone these days, and many of us love to use the cell phones, especially during concerts. And that's why comedian Chris Rock wants you to put them away. He's requiring all audience members to have a total blackout during his comedy tour. Put them in a protective pouch like that one. It's designed to hold cell phones and lock them inside until representatives allow access. Apparently the idea is catching on. Alicia Keys and the comedian Louis C.K. are also on board. I guess part of it is pirating the act, if you videotape it and then try to market it somehow. But
interesting.
Another way that folks always stare at their phones or use their phones when they shouldn't be. Local news headlines and more on that big traffic concern after this. Stay with us.
Our dad is an incredible man, a great father, and a hero who served his country well. He worked hard to take care of us. Now we take care of Dad with the help of Granny Nannies.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
And for a limited time, Minnesota Flooring is offering you unbelievable pricing on tile and laminate. Porcelain tile only $1.59. Ceramic tile 99 cents. And 16 by 16 tile $1.19. Laminate flooring is only 99 cents. But these prices won't last. Don't miss out on these great deals. Hurry into Minnesota Flooring today.
Hey, Tampa Bay, join us for the premiere of a new St. Petersburg tradition, the St. Petersburg Seafood and Music Festival, happening Saturday and Sunday, March 25th and 26th from 10 to 8 p.m. at Nordstrom Park. Savor mouth-watering Florida Gulf Coast seafood dishes by top restaurants and chefs while you enjoy great live music from some of Florida's top musical groups. So grab your family and friends for the St. Petersburg Seafood and Music Festival, March 25th and 26th. For more information, visit seafoodfestivals.com.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small
I mean, really moves me.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder. High performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
Granny Nannies. We've been making house calls for over 25 years. When you need home health care services, there really is no place like home.
Grandma! A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Welcome back, 6:54 on this Friday. Here are the top stories we're following for you today.
3 Booker Middle students are accused of having a gun on the bus yesterday. A student on the bus told the driver, who promptly called police. Governor Scott right now wakes up on the Suncoast. He's at a fundraiser last night on Longboat Key. This morning he'll be at Bell's Corporate in Bradenton. And this is really the big story of the day. A live picture now. US 41 is closed in both directions in North Sarasota around MLK and Myrtle. A water main break yesterday has caused this now this morning. So avoid 41 unless you want to go on Old Bradenton Road. You might want to take 301 today to avoid this situation. We're hearing the situation could alleviate later on in the morning, early afternoon, southbound lanes first, but for right now, can't emphasize enough the situation. US 41 closed in both directions.
Taking a look at traffic in Sarasota County, traffic also picking up on Bee Ridge Road, also towards Manatee County, some congestion picking up throughout that area as it normally does on this Friday morning. In South County, some congestion towards Venice. Other than that, no accidents to report. John?
Great weather, lots of blue sky, low relative humidity into the weekend, and no rainfall. Looks pretty good.
All right, well, we hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Beautiful weather shaping up, so lots of things to do here on the Suncoast.
Yeah, Good Morning America is next. See you at 7:25.